So let me explain this Tennessee call, by the way. Georgia's only given up 59 points all season. Nobody can score on them. 9 weeks of the season to only give up 59 points is frankly unheard of at any point over the last 20, 30, 40 years of college football. Even more so, though, right now, where even good defenses have given up 150 points. They're roughly 100 points better. What I think Tennessee can do, particularly in the first half, is hit Georgia with some big plays. It's very hard to go length of the field, 12, 14 play drives on Georgia and consistently execute. Tennessee, I believe, can hit a couple of chunk plays, score some points. I think there's a decent chance that Tennessee scores 17 or 21 on Georgia, which hasn't happened for anyone so far. Maybe, in an ideal world, from my perspective as a Tennessee fan, Tennessee could even get up early, kind of ride the momentum of a crowd, and see how Georgia plays, considering they haven't had to play from behind the entire season. So I think this number is just too big. Tennessee's offense has been effective. Georgia, while they've held everybody to 59 points, they haven't really played a lot of great offenses so far this year. What do you think about me tapping the veins and being all in on the Vols this weekend?
I'm not sure I tapped the veins this week with the Vols, but there's no doubt it's the only side to look at in this game for a lot of the reasons that you outlined there. I mean, Georgia's met every test so far defensively that they've encountered all season long, but you look through the schedule of opponents they faced, where's a true living, breathing, dynamic offense? We thought it was going to be Clemson week 1. That hasn't been anywhere close to the case. You look at some of their other opponents, UAB, South Carolina, Kentucky. I guess Auburn would probably be the best offense that they face, maybe Arkansas, but none of those teams, in my opinion, have a true vertical passing game that really scares you. And I think if you're going up against this Georgia defensive front, that's got to be where you make your hay. And the reality of it is, if Josh Heupel's team is able to pick up a first down or two, they can play with some tempo, they can force Georgia out of its comfort zone, that they can't use some of that incredible defensive line depth. And we've seen Tennessee score against, good teams already this season. I mean, they made a slightly above average Kentucky team last weekend look real pedestrian. We saw flashes of brilliance against Alabama earlier this season from this Vols offense. And you're exactly right. I mean, Georgia hasn't really been punched in the mouth yet this season, where they've had to face some of that adversity. And while you look at Stetson Bennett and company, I still believe JT Daniels gives them the best chance to win a national championship because it gives them a balanced attack. I can't argue whatsoever. I was looking for 21 myself to try and back the Vols. I'll also go one step further and say I actually like this game over the total a bit, because if Tennessee is going to be the side, it's not because this game is being played, in that 34-17 range. I think it's because Tennessee is able to score. So I think there's a rare correlation between the underdog and the game going over.